week's Amazing Race Chat.
It is episode 9, and Sherry and Cole were almost eliminated.
They got a third chance.
They have to do a speed bump this go round. So
yes, but if anybody can do it,
they can do it.
It's them.
Sherry is so badass. I am in awe of her.
Yeah.
So they were in Dubai. They're all going to fly to Bali, Indonesia.
Ooh, and guess what? Everybody's on the same flight.
Oh boy.
So it's the great equalizer.
So Brody and Kurt use that speed pass or
express pass
for nothing.
Seriously though, I mean, they got the prize for first place, but now they're without it, and the only people who know that are Bernie and Ashley because they were so close behind them.
Yeah.
Everybody else is like, oh man, they got that speed.
You know, that's probably to their advantage that other people don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, like she said, everybody's on the same flight, and once they get there, they have to go to the temple and, well, 2 temples actually.
Right.
Deliver 2 Balinese traditional offerings.
But they got there at night.
Temples.
Yeah, so they had to wait until the next morning.
Right, so they grabbed a number. They're going to be doing 2 teams at a time, 15 minutes apart.
Right.
So it's 2 types of offerings at 2 different temples.
2 at a time.
Yeah. Sherry and Cole, they were one of the first.
They ended up being in that first duo.
And they ended up in the middle of this plaid shirt, well, plaid sarong dude club that was, and they were like, hey, get in the middle.
Get in the middle. Bring your fruit thing in the middle. Yeah, both of the first 2 teams ended up going to the wrong place at first. They didn't know where the correct temple was.
And Brody.
Yeah. So they kind of lost some time there.
Yeah, so the first thing they had to deliver were these big fruit sculptures, like, I guess, baskets, vertical baskets.
When they do that, this guy, like, opens this basket, and there's a freaking snake in there! Oh.
And not just, like, a snake. This was, like,
a python.
8 to 10 foot freaking snake.
I keep looking at the floor to make sure there's not one on the floor. Oh.
Like a Britney Spears ass snake.
Yeah, they're slaves to those snakes. So they had to put one around their neck. Each person had to put one around their neck, take it to the snake temple.
Yeah, as much as I hate snakes, it was very upsetting to see Zach and Rachel run with those snakes.
Matt and Dana. Oh, they were running way too fast. The snakes were like shaking, and did you notice all 4 of their snakes were like
very agitated? Yes.
Yeah, because you were not respecting them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sherry was cool. She loves snakes apparently, and she told Cole, "You're so lucky. You got that one."
Yeah.
Zach was freaking out. Right after he took the snake off, he had to jump in the water and like wash it off.
Yeah, but it made me really sad to see the way that they were like.
Me too. I mean, that's a living being.
As much as I don't like snakes, it made me very sad to see that.
Well, next stop was the Bat Temple, aka Rabies stop. All right, they didn't actually do anything at the Bat Temple, but there was a roadblock there.
Yeah.
You have to go to where they make the salt. So apparently, I still don't understand how this works. You take the water and you wet the sand.
Yeah, this was a multi-step process.
Yeah. But then how do they get that wet sand into like those troughs and like end up with pure salt?
I don't know.
It's magic. But someone goes like this. Oh, salt.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, so I guess you'd probably have to like filter it or I don't know.
It's a roadblock anyway, and
one person from each team is gonna have to go out in the water with these 2 like bucket things.
Like fabric buckets.
Yeah, carry it on their shoulders.
With a bamboo pole.
Ugh.
That was grueling.
And it was so hot.
It was. And the only girl that did it was Rachel. And she has like the upper body strength of a newborn baby.
I don't know about that.
This was terrible.
Yeah, it was really rough for her, that first stage.
She had sunburn and she was just like losing it. But you know what? She didn't give up.
Yeah. Definitely. And I feel like she made up a lot of time in the second and third steps. So the second one, you had to scrape it out.
Right. And fill up a bag and tie it just right.
Yeah, the third one, you have to fill up 4 bags.
Which wasn't very easy for the gentlemen because they have big fat sausage fingers.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about the speed bump for a second.
Okay.
That was for Sherry and Cole. That was their punishment. They had to flag down a guy who sells
It was like a food truck.
Like, yeah, like a food truck
Mini
on a
food
bike.
truck, yeah.
And they had to watch him make a bowl of...
Breakfast.
They called it goat testicle soup.
I don't know what
it was that.
I don't know. Mystery meat.
Yeah, so they have to we'll have to watch him make it, make 10 of them,
and sell
them, and then eat one. It was hot as hell, and so was the soup.
People seem to be enjoying it though.
You know what? When it's hot and you eat something hot, you actually feel cooler afterwards. But eating that hot thing is like choking down hell.
Was it spicy too, or just temperature hot?
Both.
Oh, that's rough.
Both.
That's rough.
All right, so we find out that Kurt is a colon cancer survivor. Wow.
Amazing.
He was diagnosed at
like
what?
stage 3, right?
Yeah, like
when he was 22.
Yeah.
I want to say. Wow.
That's a big
He's a butt
accomplishment.
kicker.
Yeah. And Cole crushed the freaking sand wedding. Even though they had to do the speed bump, he got in there and he was like shaking it off. He had like his own.
No, Tyler was
technique.
like, shh, but Cole was just like, shh.
Yeah.
Everybody had their own little something that they brought to it.
Even Matt was crushing it. He got there.
Why
later.
is it even Matt?
Well, because he's very thin and like not that muscular.
He's
apparently.
got the strength. He's a dancer.
Exactly. Kurt, when he was tying his, when he was getting his checked, they said, you got to do
couple
fill
people
this one
had
up a little more
to fix them.
But he dropped his, and all of the salt came out of his. So that was a waste. That really set them back. So the next stop was a roadblock.
Another roadblock.
Now, the person who did the first one could not do it. It had to be the other person. So it's called Go Fly a Kite. And these kites were freaking
amazing. Amazing.
They were ginormous.
It was like hang gliding, but with no people on it.
You had to build it first with no instructions.
Just an example.
Yeah. And then you had to get it off the ground. And it took like 5 or 6 people to get it off the ground. It was incredibly cool. So Brody ended up having to do this one.
Yeah, I mean, even if it wasn't like you had to have the other person do it, he's gonna have to do the rest of the roadblocks.
The rest of the roadblocks.
Because Kurt has already done too many. So
apparently Brody is not the sharpest tool in the shed. Everybody was laughing at him.
Oh, that's so sad.
He's like, hey, where's the instructions? Tell me what to do.
He didn't tie on the tail correctly. He had to redo that.
He had to redo it.
So, in the end, it came down to Zach and Brody at the kite-making place.
And they finished at exactly the same time. But wait, we'll get there. For the pit stop, you had to go to a beach, take an outrigger. That means crew
you
time.
Gotta row.
Or was it
It was just one paddle.
Oh, it was only one? Okay.
One paddle each.
And then go to the pit stop.
On a boat.
Yeah. So you had to jump out of the outrigger and swim over to the boat.
Right.
I'm not very good at swimming, so I would have been eliminated.
This is where I leave.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
All right. Tyler and Corey came in first place.
Whoa!
Yeah. Yeah.
They got $5,000 each. Nice.
Bernie and Ashley were a little pissed off.
Second place again.
Yeah. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. And then Sherry and Cole came in third.
They made up a lot of ground.
Huge.
That's after having to do the speed bump.
They were in a paddle race with Dana and Matt.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Sherry is a tough cookie.
Yeah. So then Dana and Matt, are you in love with Sherry?
Yeah. I'm impressed.
Dana and Matt were right behind them.
Right.
And then it came down to Brody and Kurt and Zach and Rachel, and they were pretty close.
Another paddle race, pretty much.
But Brody and Kurt did have a bit of a lead, so they were team number 5, which means that Zach and Rachel were the last team to arrive.
And they were eliminated.
Aww.
They had to walk the plank.
That was pretty fun how they jumped off the boat.
They were such good sports.
They were.
They had a great time. You know, that's an adventure of a lifetime for,
absolutely,
you know, like a married couple.
Coldplay.
Or anybody. Or any couple. Yeah.
I wish them success in their adoption journey.
Yeah. Next time, hot dog, it's the W turn.
Ah! What's gonna happen? It seems like people are ready to use it.
Well, it looked like Tyler and Corey wanted to use it, and Bernie and Ashley,
I'm
right?
not sure.
Were those the ones that were standing there at the end? All right, guys, let us know what you thought in the comments, and until next time,
Much love.
Edit.